Hello everyone, welcome to day 7 of learning C language. Today we will discuss about structures in C. Structures in C allow you to group different types of data under one name, providing a way to manage related information as a single entity. This is especially useful for creating complex data models. What is a structure? A structure is a user-defined data type in C. What it will do? That groups variables of different data types in a single name entity. Okay, and it is defined using the struct keyword. Okay, what is a structure? A structure is a structure in C is a user-defined data type. Okay, it groups the variables of different data types in a single name entity. Okay, and it is defined using the struct keyword. Let's see the syntax of a basic structure. Here is the syntax of the basic structure. See here. First one is struct. You have to mention the struct keyword to define a structure. Okay. By giving the struct name, then it will understand this is a structure. So you have to give struct keyword at the starting point. Okay. And then you have to give a name to the structure. That is structure name. First struct keyword and then structure name. After that, open a brace and then data type and the member one. Same as like that, data type and the member two. Likewise. Okay. This is the basic syntax of a structure. Okay. And the next topic is declaring and accessing structures. How to declare and access a structure. Okay. First we will see about declaration. Define a structure using the struct keyword. Okay, to declare the structure you have to use the struct keyword first. Okay, here is an example. Struct, this is struct keyword, and then structure name, that is student, and then int data type, and the member is id, and then char data type, and then the variable name is name, and then the size of the name is 50, and then float data type, and the member is marks. At last you have to close the brace. This is the declaration part. Okay, how to declare a structure. And then here we will learn how to access the members. We can access the members in the structure using the dot operator to access members of a structure. For example, you can see here the example. Okay, this is an example program. I will explain this program. Okay, first of all, I have given the struct keyword to define it is a structure. Okay, and then I have given the structure name as student. Okay, and then in next line data type int and the member is id, and then data type is char and the member is name, and then data type is float and the name is member is marks, like that. And here I have started the main function, entry level of the program, and here I have given again the struct keyword and the student structure, and then I have given the member s1. Okay, whenever I have to use this members means what I have to use, here I told that you have to use the dot operator. So I will use, if I want to access this ID, what I have to do? I have to do s1 dot id, and then I can assign the value. Next one, if I want to access this name, what I have to do? S1 dot name equals to I have may give some name. Okay, and then float marks. I have to this marks access this marks. So what I have to do? S1 dot marks, and then I can give some value, assign some value, like that. Here I asked the user to enter the name, and I am taking that name by using the scanf function, and I am storing it in s1 dot name. Here I am printing the all the details. ID, name, and marks by using this dot operator. Okay, I am accessing that members using this dot operator. This is an example program for how to declare and access the structure, and this is an example program for a basic structured program. Let me explain this program in online compiler. Let me open first online compiler. Just a second. Open this program is online C compiler, and then let me clear this. Here is the program. This is the basic structure program. It consists of how to declare and how to access the structure members. Okay. As I said before, whenever we want to access the structure members means we have to use the dot operator. Okay. Don't forget that. Let me run this program now. It is asking enter your name. I will give Krish, and then I will press enter. Then ID 101, name Chris, marks 95.50. Here is the output. Okay. Here I have created an object S1, and then to access these members ID, name, and marks, I have used the dot operator S1.id, and I have assigned 101, S1.marks, and I have assigned 195.5, and then asked the user to enter the name, and and using scanf function I taken the input entered by the user, and it is stored in S1.name, and I printed ID, name, marks using these dot operators. Okay, so this is the output. And then let's go to next topic, that is array of structures. You can create arrays of structures to store multiple records of the same type. What is that? We can create arrays of structures. What for what purpose? To store multiple records of the same type. Okay, how can we store that multiple records of the same type? Let's see an example. Here is an example that how can we store. See this example. I will explain this example now. Listen carefully. Here I have given struct keyword because to define it is a structure, and the structure name is student. And as always, I open the brace, and here int data type, and the member is ID, and then char data type, and the name is member is name with size 50, and then data type is float, and the member is marks. At last, I have declared. Okay, close the brace. And here I have opened the main function. This is the entry level of the program. Here again I have given the struct keyword and the structure name student. Okay, and then I have given students 3. Okay, students 3. What it means? Here I am using array. Okay, array with size of 3 students. And the next line, what I am doing by using for loop. Okay, by using for loop, uh, int I, declaring I variable, and it starts from 0, and I is less than 3 because 3 students, so I is less than 3, then I plus plus, it will increment. Okay, and then in next line I am printing the enter ID, name, and marks for the student I plus 1. It means it will ask the next user also. And then I'm taking the input by using scanf function. That is, first one is int data type, and second one is name, so string data type, and the third one is marks, float data type. And where I am storing it, first one is storing at students.id, second one is storing at student.name, and third one is storing at student.marks. Okay, here I brace I means array. These are array. It will continue. It will repeat until 3 students. Okay, at last, what I am doing, I am printing the student details of that all 3 members. So for all 3 members, I have to print means what I have to do. I have to use for loop, and starting from for int I equals to 0, I less than 3, I plus plus. Okay, and that after that I am printing this percentage d for int data type id and name string data type, so percentages, and then marks float data type. So dot 2f means it will give only two decimal values. Okay, modulus dot 2 means it will give only two decimal values, and f for float data type. So that here I am using slash n for because of I have to come in new line. Okay, and then I am printing students dot id and then students dot name and then students dot mark, array of marks. Okay, here I have given I array, so that what will happen, it will start from 0 and continue till 3. It means 3 students details will be printed. At last, to end the program, I have written 0. Okay, this is the example program, shows that how can we create arrays of structures to store multiple records of the same type. Let me explain this example as well as in online C compiler, so that you will get more understanding. Let me clear this previous code and now check it. Just a second, I will correct this code. Students are marks, so marks printf student details. Okay, this is correct. Okay, everything is correct. Let me run this now. Okay, 11th line, what happened? Okay, let me run this now. Enter id, name and marks for student 1. First of all, I will enter the id, that is 101. Okay, and then name I will enter Krish, and then I will enter marks is 90. Okay, just a second. Enter id, name and marks for student 2 as well, so it is not asking. So what I have to do, so let me run this once again. Just a second, I have given some mistake. Name, delete, enter marks 90, and it is asking for enter id, name and marks for student 2 as well. Now I will give the id as 102, and then next marks, sorry, name is Krish, and then I have to give marks I will give 95. Okay, and it is now it is asking for student 3 details, that is enter id first and name and then marks. First of all, id, that is 103. Okay, and then name is Bunny, and then marks are 98. Okay, let me press enter. So here you can see the student detail. Okay, id 101, name Dilip, marks 90. id 102, name Krish, marks 95. id 103, name Bunny and marks is 98. It is the an example program for how you can uh, create an array of structures to store multiple records of the same type. Okay, it is an best example. Okay, to explain that concept, look at this example carefully, and I have explained line by line. Okay, try to understand the program and also try to do that program on by your own. Okay, logical thinking. Okay, and then let's go to next topic, that is nested structure. What is nested structures? It is nothing but structure inside structure, that is called as nested. Okay, nested structure means a structure can contain another structure as a member. Okay, structure in structure, another structure, like that. Okay, a structure can contain another structure as a member, that is called as nested structure. Let's see an example for nested structure. Here is an example. Here, first of all, I have defined the struct, and the struct name is date, and the data type int, and the members are day, month, year. And the second structure is struct, and the structure name is student, and then data type, member ID, char data type, and the member name, struct, date, and then this is the nested structure. One structure inside another structure. Here I have again defined the struct that keyword, and then date dob, it is a structure name I have declared. Here I am giving the main function entry level of the program, and then here I am accessing the uh, members. First of all, I have to give struct and then students, and the object name is s1 I have given. So if I want to access means what I have to use dot operator. So s1 dot id I have assigned 101. So and then next s1 dot dob dot day, and I have assigned 15, and then s1 dot dob dot month equals to 8, and then next s1 dot dob dot year 2008. Like that I have access to the all the member. Okay, after that what I did, printf enter name. I'm using asking the user to enter the name. This is the output function printf. After that I'm using scanf to get the input from the user. The name entered by the user will take by this variable, this member s1 dot name. I am storing it in s1 dot name. At last what I am doing, I am printing the all the student details, that is id, name, and date of birth. Okay, printf id. Here format specifier is percentage %d because int data type, that is s1 dot id printing, and I am printing name, that is string data type. So format specifier would be modulus s, and then member s1 dot name, and then printing dob, that is okay, dob, it contains three month, uh, day, month, year. So I'm printing these three members. Okay, at last return 0 to end the program. This is a example program for nested structure. Nested structure is nothing but a structure can contain another structure as a member. It means structure inside another structure likewise. Okay, let me explain this example in C compiler. Okay, just a second. To explain this program in compiler, so go to online compiler and let me clear this previous code, and then this is our nested structure code. Okay, let me run this program. So it is asking to enter my name, so I will enter my name. Okay, here you can see that student name Krish, id 101, date of birth 15/8/2000, because I have declared the date of birth already 15/8/2000. If I want to change, I can change also. Okay, no problem. Like that, I can change the id, date of birth, and everything. Okay, it is asking the name, and it will the details, it will print the details with the name what I have given. Okay, like that we can use the nested structures here. Where is the nested structure part? You can see here. Can anyone observe where is the nested structure part that I have used? Structure inside structure. Okay, where it is? Here first of all you have to see this code from first line. First I have created a defined by using start keyword, and then structure name is student, and have uh, given members, and then main function, and then start student object structure s1, and then I have accessed the members, and then I am asking the user to enter the name, and then I am taking the input from the user and it's storing it in the s1.name, and here I am printing the all the details. Okay, here you can see the output. Entering Enter the name, and then you will get the output like that. This is an example program for nested structures. Okay, and then the next topic is structures and functions. Structures can be passed to functions by value or by reference. Okay, the structures can be passed to functions in two ways. It may pass it by using value, and also it may pass by using reference. Okay, there are two ways to pass the structure to functions. Okay, the two ways are, first way is passing by value. Okay, and then second way is passing by reference. Let us learn this in a detailed way. First one is passing by value. How can we pass structure to a function by using value? Okay, how can we do that? A copy of the structure is passed to the function. Okay, a copy of the structure is passed to the function. In which way? When we passing by value, okay, to function, then what will happen? A copy of the structure is passed to the function. Here is an example. Okay, void display struct student as. Ignore this. Okay, and then the another way to pass the structure to a function, that is passing by reference. Okay, the another way is passing by reference. A pointer to the structure is passed, allowing modification of the original data. Okay, how can it be passed? It can be passed by using a pointer is passed, because it is another type name is reference. So for reference, what you have to do? We have to use the pointer. So what will happen? A pointer to a structure is passed, and then it will allow us to modification of the original data. These are the two ways that the structures can be passed to functions. Okay, the first way is passing by value, and then second way is passing by reference. Here you can see this example also. Void display struct student. Here you have used the pointer operator, and then yes. Okay, here is an example to how to pass the structure to a function. Okay, let me explain this program. Okay, first here I am defining the structure using struct keyword, and the structure name is student, and here is the members. What is that? Int data type id member, and then char data type name member, float data type marks, and then I have given some function. Okay, that is to update marks, that is struct student. Here using this, okay, difference. Okay, pointer, using pointer. So what it will do? It will increase +5. The marks will be added into +5 marks will be added. And here is the main function. And then main function, I have declared the start keyword and the student structure name, and then object s1. Here I have given the details, id, name, and the marks. And then I am printing before update, means before updating the marks, I am printing the original marks here. And then I am using this function by pass by reference. Okay, using this pointer I have passed some reference. So what is that will do? That will do, it will increase +5 marks. So I will using this function name update marks for the s1. What it will do? The marks will be increased +5. So after update, this marks will be 95. Okay, let's check the output whether it is coming correct or not. The before update, the marks should be 90, which we have given, but the after update it should be 95. Okay, we are passing a reference. Let us check that program in the compiler. So first of all, let me clear this previous code, and here is the actual code for uh, passing by reference. How do we can pass the structures can be passed to functions by using reference. Here is the program. Let me run this program. Just a second. I have to correct this code. Okay. Now everything is correct. Let me run this. Here you can see, as I said before update, the marks should be 90, and after update, the marks should be 95. Why? We have given the function update marks. What this function will do? It will increase the marks plus 5. So here, before update, I have given the original marks s1 mark s1 dot marks. But in the next line, I am using the function update marks for s1. So what I will print after update? I am printing that s1 marks. So what it will happen? The 5 marks will be added. So 90 will be 95 after update. So here is the update. Okay. If I change the value here, first I will give 80 marks. So what will be the output? The before update marks will be 80 and after update marks will be 85. See here, the output is like this. So I hope you understand this. And let's go to next topic, that is pointers to structures. It means we can use pointers to access and modify structure members. Okay. We can also use pointers to access the data and to modify the data of the structure. Okay, to access and the modify the structure members. How we can do that? Here you can see this is an example code to how to access and modify the structure members. Okay, let me explain this code first. Okay, first I have defined the strut keyword, and then I have given the structure name student, and then data type and the member id, and then char data type and member name, and then float data type and the member mark. After that, I have given main function entry level of the program and the strut keyword and the member structure name student, and I have given the object s1, and I have assigned some values, that is id equals to 101, name equals to John, and then marks equals to 85. Here I have given the keyword strut and the structure name student, and then pointer, and I am assigning the s1 values here. Okay, to this pointer I am assigning the memory address of the s1 variable, s1 structure. S1 members will be accessed in the pointer. So in the next line, what I am doing? I am printing the id, name, and marks. So for id it is int data type, so format specifier will be modulus d, and for name it is string data type, so format specifier should be modulus s, and for marks it is float data type, so that the format specifier would be modulus f. Likewise, and then I am modifying that marks using pointer. In this line you can see that I am modifying the marks using pointer. You can see here I modified it to 95, and then I am printing the updated marks. Okay, that is this updated marks is 95. So before update the marks are 85, and then after update the marks will be 95. Let me explain this program, this code in the online compile C compiler now. Let me clear this previous code, and then I will explain this code. Let me run this program now. Here you can see that ID is 101, name is John, and marks is 85. Okay, first I have given these details. ID equals to 101, name equals to John, and marks equals to 85. And here using pointer, I have updated the marks from 85 to 95. So here in the next line, I am printing the updated marks which I have updated by using pointer. I am printing this s1 dot marks. So the updated marks will be from 85 to 95. So here is the output. Updated marks is 95. Like this, you can use the pointers in structures to access and the modify the members. Okay, this is an example program. And then we go to next topic, that is unions. Okay, what is union? A union is similar to a structure but with one key difference. What is that key difference? First of all, union and structure is like similar in a similar way. Okay, the both looks like similar and the all are similar, but only one key difference in both structure and union. There is a one key difference. What is that? All members share the same memory location. Okay, what it is? The key difference is all the members of the structure share the all the members of the union share the same memory location, whereas in structure all members share the different memory locations, but in unions all the members of the union will share the same memory location. This is the only key difference between structures and unions. First of all, we look into the syntax. Okay, basic syntax of the union. Here the for structure the keyword is struct, and for the unions for the keyword is union. And here we have to give the union name, same as like that, data type and member name, data type and the member name, like this, same as structure only. But the only change is here the keyword for structure the keyword is struct, and for union the keyword is union. And the key difference between those two is for structure it will all members share the different memory locations, whereas union shares the same memory locations for all members. That is the only key difference. Let's see an example for union. Okay, let's see an example for union. Here it is. I will explain this code now. First of all, union, I have given this keyword union, and then the union name is data, and this is data type and member I, and this is float data type and member f, and this is char data type and members str. Okay, here is the main function int main, entry level of the program. And here again I have given the extra union keyword and the union name and the object data. Okay, I want to access means what I have to use, same as structure only, dot operator. So data dot I. Okay, here I is I have declared. So data dot I have given 10, and I am printing integer data dot I. Okay, I am printing this data dot I here, and then data dot F I have given 220.5, and then I am printing that float data dot F, and then print print data.str C language. I'm printing that C language, and here I'm printing string data.str. Okay, what is data.str here? We can see this here. The string is consists of 20 size, so that will print the string. So now let me explain this code in online C compiler. So go to online compiler and clear the previous code, and here let me do some corrections of this code. Just a second. And now run this program. Here you can see integer 10, float 220.5, and string is C language. Okay, to define it is union, I have used union keyword, and then this is data is union name, and here is the data types and members. Okay, three members, and then main function, and here union keyword and union name, and then data. To access these three items members, I have given data.I value 10, and then I am printing the data.I. For data.float I have given some value, and then I am printing that float data.f, and by using this as printf function I have given data string, that is C language. Here in the next line I am printing that data.string data.str. At last I have to end the program, so return 0, and run this program. So the output will be these three, 10 to 20.5, and then C language. Okay, this is an example program for how to use union, and this is the basic program for union. Okay, now in the next topic, let's see the difference between structure and union. Okay, in structure, the memory usage is it allocates memory for all members. Okay, whereas in union, what will happen? It allocates memory for the largest member. Okay, this is the first difference, memory usage difference in between structure and union. And then in structure, all members can be accessed by simultaneously, whereas in union, only one member can be accessed at a time. Okay, this is the second difference. And the third difference between structure and union is structure used for storing related data, whereas union is used for memory efficient storage. Okay, these are the key three differences. Okay, to between structure and union. At last, I have given some practice questions in these between two topics, that is structures and uh, unions. Okay, I have given five practice questions. Try to do these five practice questions to improve your logical thinking and to understand these concepts efficiently. First one is define a structure to store employee details, ID, name, salary, and write a program to input and display the details of n employees. Okay, this is an easy practice question. I have did this in the previous code, that is ID, name. In that place, the numbers is changed just like salary is came. That is simple. To write a program to input and display the details of n employees, you have to use for loop. If you want to print more than one employee details, you have to use for loop and then you can print. And the second question is write a program to demonstrate nested structure for storing data and time. Okay, this is also an easy program to demonstrate nested structure for storing data and time. This is also an easy example that I have told before in this concept. You can refer that code and you can write this program easily. And then third one is create a program to find the highest scoring student in a list using an array of structures. This question is from array of structures. Uh, In this concept, array of structures, I have explained how to use arrays in structures so that you can apply that concept here and you can find this question very easily. Okay. And then the fourth question is implement a program to sort an array of structures based on a member variable. For example, marks or salary. This is the program asking that to sort an array of structures based on member variable. Okay. And then fifth practice question is write a program to compare the use of structures and unions for storing different types of data. Okay. This is the question asking that to write a program to compare the use of structures and unions for storing different types of data. Okay, this is the basic question you will do easily. Try to do these five practice questions. Okay, let's do a quick recap of what we have learned today. Okay, in day 7 of learning C language, we learned about structures. First of all, we learned about structures. What is a structure? A structure is a user defined data type in C that groups variables of different data types. Okay, and it is defined using struct keyword. And then we have learnt about the basic syntax of the structure. And then we have learnt about how to declare and the access the structures. Okay, this is an declaration part, and then and an example for declaration. And then this is the part for how to access the members in a structure, and then example for accessing members. Okay, and then array of structures. What we have learned from this concept, we can create arrays of structures to store multiple records of same type. How we can store that? Here is the example that shows how we can store arrays of structures to store multiple records of same data type. Here is an example. Okay, and then we have learnt about nested structures. Okay, what is nested structure? A structure can contain one structure in another structure. Okay, one with one inside another structure is called nested structures. A structure can contain another structure as a member. To understand this concept nested structures easily, you can see this example program. Okay, this is an example program. And then we have learnt about structures and functions. In this concept, we have learnt about how the structures can be passed to functions by value or by reference. Okay, the structures can be passed to functions in two ways. One way is passing by value, and the another way is passing by reference. Okay, passing by reference means using pointer we can pass the structure to the function. And then we have seen an example for how to pass the structure to a function. Okay, this is an example for how to pass a structure to a function. And then we have learnt about pointers to structures. It means how can we use pointers to access and modify structure members. Okay, pointers also used to access and modify the structure member. How can it can be used? This is an example that shows that how can we use that pointers to structures. Okay, this is an example program. And then unions. We have learnt about unions. Unions are similar like structures, but the only key difference is unions shares all memories with a different memory location, whereas structures shares all memory, all members share the different memory location, whereas unions share the same memory location. This is an example syntax for the union, and then this is an example program for the union. Okay, and then we have learnt about differences between the structure and union. At last, I have given some practice questions and I have explained each and every question so that you have to do this practice question. Okay, this is all for day 7 of learning C language. Okay, thank you.